Welcome everyone to our Wednesday afternoon live. Today's topic is my child depressed and how can I, as a parent, help? Have you ever felt concerned that your child might be struggling with their mental health or is experiencing depression, anxiety? Have you found yourself feeling confused whether you should be concerned or should you allow for this to just pass? You are not alone. For a long time, we have been taught that giving our child space by telling them, go off to your rooms, deal with your emotions on your own, and come back when you feel better, we feel that this is the way. Or at times, we ignore the excessive emotions because we can't cope with them, or we think that by ignoring it, it can go away. I have found that this does not resolve the core issue. I have also found that feeling excessive concern for our child's excessive emotions can only amplify their situation. As kids pick up on their parents' anxiety and their anxious emotions, it amplifies the issue. Let's look at some research. Research today is showing us that kids are struggling with their mental health. According to the Australian Institute of Health and Welfare, kids between the ages of 3 to 11 are struggling with mental health, and this has increased from 6.9% in 2013-2014 to 8.1% in 2021. However, this number is a lot higher in kids older than 13 years of age. Stats today is showing us that kids between the age group of 13 to 18, the number of kids that are struggling with their mental health has risen from 31.8% in 2013 to 2014 to 44% in 2020 when COVID just hit. However, here is where it gets really alarming. In the past 12 months, over half of our young people, 56% aged 13 to 17, self-harmed or attempted suicide. That's 56% of our kids aged 13 to 17. Over the last 8 years, I have been diving relentlessly into emotional resilience for parents who are seeking to support their kids' mental health and build their emotional resilience. This has been my mission, given the alarming numbers. I have trained in emotional intelligence, and I have since founded Empowered Parenting and have understood about how our emotions affect our bodies on a cellular level. I'm a single mom, and I have had my own personal experiences. Today, my girls are 22 and 17. However, I recollect this one particular evening in our home here in Melbourne, when my daughter, who is now 17, was then 14 years old. It was past 9 p.m. and I began hearing deep sobbing sounds coming from my daughter's bedroom. I felt a tuck in my tummy. I sensed the fear and anxiety coming over me. I knew those sounds. I have heard them before. As I walked to her room, opened her door wide, my heart sank as I saw my usually bubbly, happy, cheerful daughter rolled up in a ball on the floor in front of her bedroom mirror. She had been experiencing an acute inflammation on her skin. Her face was erupting with breakouts. She was going through another episode of acute eczema. She looked up at me and said, "Mom, I can't do it anymore," with tears rolling down her face. I don't like my friends seeing me this way. They ask me what's wrong with my face. I hate myself, Mom, she said. It hurts me and I don't know what to do. I just want to go, Mom. I just want to die. Please let me go. She intentionally pleaded with me, her face all red and swollen from the boils and tears rolling down her face. A part of me wanted to shout at her and say, "Stop this nonsense. You are so beautiful. Don't you know how amazing you are? Your face does not matter. Why do you care about the comments of insensitive kids?" Another part of me wanted to dwell in feelings of guilt. Guilty within myself, feeling, what kind of mom was I? Why had I not yet gotten the help that she needed? Why had I not resolved this for her? I was not a good enough mom. You see, parents, we are all living out patterns of learned behavior based on our own past experiences, in the way that we were parented based on our own unhealed emotional experiences. My learned pattern was to play out feelings of anxiousness, and it was so easy for me to go down that guilt cycle and feel like the victim in all of this. It is my learned pattern of behavior. We all have these learned patterns of behavior. And these patterns don't support us, don't help us in being the help and support that our kids need today, given what they are going through. In that moment with my daughter, I chose to drop down to the floor, put my arms around her, and cry with her. What she needed in those moments was not for me to play out my own patterns, but for me to be aware of what her needs were in that moment. She needed space to feel her emotions. She needed validity of her feelings. She needed to be heard out. She needed a parent who was capable of holding space for what she was experiencing without having my own emotions play out, my own unconscious patterns and parenting patterns. Our kids today are facing challenges with their emotions and mental health. It is a real problem today, more than ever before, more than what we've ever gone through. Our kids are needing for us, the parent, to meet them where they are at. I have, since the beginning of this work, since beginning this work with Empowered Parenting, founded this group on Facebook, Empowered Parenting. I have been working with parents both one-on-one and within parent group sessions actively, sharing with parents how they can support their child step by step to be truly compassionate, to override this inbuilt unconscious pattern that we play out, to understand our own selves, our own undealt with emotions, our own unhealed self, override the patterns that we have been taught, and build deeper level of trust and connection with our child, because that's what they need to override this epidemic that we are facing of depression and mental health challenges with our kids. This supports our kids to rise above their biggest challenges. Today, I have created a step-by-step 12-week program called Emotional Mastery for Parents, where I support parents to understand their emotions today more than ever before. Parents, we must disrupt old ways of parenting, because our kids today, more than ever before, are being exposed by so much more. by way of their exposure to social media, to the gaming industry. Addiction to gaming, research is showing us, the stats are there. It's adversely affecting the way our kids' bodies are responding and processing emotions. Their brains are being rewired. Research is showing us that depression, anxiety, and anger issues are closely linked with addiction to gaming and are at their highest. Now is the time that our kids are needing our help. Statistics are showing us the number of kids going down this path of self-harm and having suicidal thoughts. They are numbing their emotions. I invite you to join me. Find out how you can gain the skills to raise the emotional resilience of your kids. What can you be doing? I am on a mission to support parents to raise their emotional resilience, which is key in their strive to support kids' emotional and mental health needs. It is time to learn those skills to support your child meet their mental health needs. Thank you for joining me on this live. Share with me your comments. I look forward to supporting you. I am on a mission to support parents to raise their own emotional resilience so that they can support their child to be emotionally resilient themselves. Have a look at my website. I have been supporting families and parents for the past 5 years, and the comments and feedback is unanimous. Emotional resilience for parents is the key to supporting our kids. Our kids need us. Your kids need you. Join me next Wednesday on my next live. I look forward to supporting.